Clap.
All right, so gotta talk to you about these Suns free agency pickups.
I knew
Okay,
you'd have to.
I gotta talk to you about it. So Chris Paul signed for 4 years, up to 120 million. Don't know how I feel about that term. 4 years is an awful lot, long time for a man who's already pushing 40, bro. So I don't know how I feel about that. I think he's 37 or something like that.
Dude.
So
Yeah.
that's I don't know. I don't know.
He's got the
Some
best
values,
agent in sports.
a little bit. Yeah, yeah, he does have a stud because you're getting 4 years, 120 million, dude. Oh my God, that's a lot of money, a long time for Chris Paul. But hey, at least we don't have to worry about this whole worrying about losing him every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got him locked into a long-term deal. He'll probably, at that rate, I would assume he's probably gonna retire after that. 4 years. He'll be like over 40 at that point. Like, if he gets a ring or two and Phoenix, I think he'll be content. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That I think
the end of the road for him.
that's the linchpin right there. If he gets a title with your boys, then I agree with you. He'll retire. If he doesn't, I think at that point we will finally see the great Chris Paul pull a Gary Payton / Karl Malone and just hop on to whatever team's got the best chance and be a backup point guard. I could see him doing that, but I tend to agree with you. I think if the Suns pull off a title, I think this is his final contract. But hey, he might pull Vince Carter. Like he might just be like, I can stand in the corner and shoot threes for 2 more years. A league minimum.
Get another payday, yeah.
Hey, so I imagine this was one of those like, oh my God, we got Chris Paul, and then what the fuck are we paying him? Like that's how I envision you reacting to this. But that's
Shit.
I mean, at least you get to run it back now, and you've added some much needed depth. DeAndre Ayton, a huge story throughout the playoffs. I mean, the world knows his name now. I mean, NBA fans knew who he was. He was a damn first overall pick. Like we knew who he was. But now the whole world knows his name, and he's gonna have the bodyguard backing him up, dude. Mr. Shaqtin' a Fool himself.
Yeah, dude. JaVale McGee. I was kind of like, when I saw that, I'm like, for real. I've never been a JaVale McGee fan, but I will give him this. He plays good defense. He's tall. He's lengthy. He's quick, and he will help. Because that was our biggest issue with the Bucks, man. We couldn't stop Giannis, and if DeAndre Ayton got in foul trouble, when he has to go to the bench, there's nobody at that point who can guard Giannis. Like the only person that could guard him, even somewhat effectively, was DeAndre Ayton. And anytime he was on the bench, Giannis had free reign, dude. Like that was the problem. So we definitely need another big. I still think we probably need to get another one, and they are talking about getting a third big too. We need a couple more bigs to help DeAndre. So JaVale McGee would definitely, I think, help a bit. So that's all right. I think they got to sign him to a 2-year deal. It's like 1-year deal, $5 million. That's what it was. Either way, that's fine. And then they re-signed Campaign to a 3-year deal for, I want to say like 19 mil, I think it was. I'm just fact checking that right now.
You gotta love that, I would think. While you're checking on that, I would say Campaign had another playoff breakout success story. Here's a guy who was in China last year. I think he had well traveled around the league. Had
first round pick to the Thunder. Didn't pan out. Had to go to the G League and went to China, and here he is getting a pretty decent deal. Yeah, 3 years, 19 mil. Hey, ain't bad for a guy who's been a journeyman. You know what I'm saying, for most of his career. So that's pretty cool.
And so, how do you like that re-signing?
I do. Yeah, the campaign definitely played well. I mean, I thought honestly, I took a little bit of solace in knowing that if we did lose Chris Paul, I was pulling for Campaign to get re-signed because I think he would be an effective starter. You know what I'm saying? He's no Chris Paul, but he's not bad either. Like when Chris Paul had his little COVID outbreak during the playoffs, Campaign played lights out when he started. He's put those first 3 games against the Clippers. Or the first 2 games. First 2 games, Chris Paul missed against the Clippers, and Campaign played great, and we won both games. You know what I'm saying? So Chris Paul came back 3rd game, and we lost. You know what I'm saying? So I think Campaign actually got hurt that game. So I don't know. I think it's nice, bro. And I guess him and Chris Paul have a nice thing going. I mean, I guess they've gotten along. Chris Paul kind of took him under his wing, and I'm sure that's helped a lot. Having someone like the point guard mentoring you, can't go wrong there.
Right,
you know
probably didn't hurt.
So,
yep.
Right. So I think that's pretty good, and I'm excited, man. I'm kind of curious to see who else they sign. I was bummed out that we lost Torrey Craig to you boys. That was bummed out about that because I like Torrey Craig a lot. He's a nice 3-and-D guy. I think you'll be pretty happy with him. He'll definitely do something for y'all. So even if he's a role player coming off the bench like he was with us, he'll give you solid minutes, bro, for sure. So,
and there's dudes like that have a history in Indiana of stepping up. I mean, think about it: T.J. Warren, Doug McBuckets, to a lesser extent Malcolm Brogdon, because he was already kind of coming into his own before. That's how he got a bigger contract from Indiana. TJ McConnell, dudes just kind of go to.
It's re-sign him too, didn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, big get, big. Really made me happy because I know there's gonna be some guys we're losing, and as you can see from behind me, I'm a Cubs fan, and I just had to deal with. I've dealt with a lot of heartbreak. First it was Andrew Luck for the Colts 2 years ago. Now the Cubs traded their entire core, and now the Pacers. I know Myles Turner wants out. But it's sad. So I had to celebrate the TJ McConnell re-signing. Man, I'm glad somebody wants to stay. Be on the lookout for future Pacers episodes. The future could be bright.
TJ's probably right at home, and that's probably that's probably his comfort zone, bro. I'm just saying, he's probably totally cool with a little small town or small city farmland atmosphere. You go outside the city and you're 30 miles north, you're in Farmersburg or something. He's probably right at home there, bro. I'm just saying.
Farmersburg is south of Indiana, but you're not wrong. But yeah, man, I'm pumped about Torrey Craig, 3-and-D guy, an NBA champion because he played for the Bucks last year too. So we got that going for us. At least somebody in Indianapolis will get to see a championship ring next year, so that'll be cool. But I'm pumped about.
What's up with Myles Turner, man? You guys keeping him or what?
I doubt it, but I am not prepared. I don't have my notes ready for that question. I don't think he's gonna stay, but who knows? I mean, Carlisle. The former issues with Nate Bjorkgren are, of course, no longer. But Rick Carlisle just left a situation because he wasn't getting along with his best player. So I genuinely think it's anyone's guess right now. But I don't anticipate him being around much longer.
I heard the Knicks were trying really hard to get him, so I don't know if that's still a thing or what.
That'd be like the Raiders trading Derek Carr to the Broncos. That's just that'd make me sick to my stomach. I could not deal with it. I know the rivalry has been dead. It's like a meme at this point. It hasn't really been a rivalry for 20 plus years, but it was a heated rivalry growing up, damn it. And I would hate, the Knicks are the antithesis of the Pacers. They talk about big market, big city, no farms, no Farmersburg.
Right.
No, I'd be sad. I mean, of course, I'll pull for Myles wherever he goes because I'm a fan. But
well, the one scenario I had seen was something like along the lines of Knicks were preparing to offer Mitchell Robinson in the trade. So if y'all got Mitch Robinson, I mean,
no.
I was just saying, your face right now.
No.
Yeah, it's pricey.
Pass.
Price. You don't like no Missy Rob then?
For Myles Turner, I better be getting a hell of a lot more than that. And that's where the Pacers have put themselves into a spot because they should have probably just traded him and gotten some value so that way he didn't just walk on them at some point. But I would have already done it maybe last year, before the All-Star break, when you could have fleeced a contender. You know, he could have gotten some future draft equity, but who knows? But
I mean,
man,
we still have him locked in for the year, right? Like they'd have to trade him, right? Like he's not a free agent, is he?
yeah,
Then he still got a year left on his deal.
yeah, they'll likely get something, but I don't know. We'll do a Myles Turner special, I'm sure, whenever whatever news breaks that does break. We'll see what the Pacers do. I'm assuming they've already done most of their off-season work. So while we won't be talking much about my boys, there's plenty of other things to talk about in future episodes. So be ready, because the free agents are running wild like Hulkamania out here in these streets.
Yeah,
so.
There's some interesting signings for sure. Like we got a lot to talk about. So definitely got to link back up with you here soon for another basketball chat. Shout.
We'll be here. In the meantime, look out for my Chicago Bulls breakdown. I'm certainly going to get your input, Sean, sooner than later, about Lonzo Ball and his new digs. You're going to have to, get you a Bulls jersey now. You better hope LiAngelo makes it with the Hornets. If not, you're just going to have your Ball brothers your balls are going to be spread too thin, man. You're not going to be able to. I don't know how you're going to deal with that.
That's great. But no, we do need to chat about the Hornets too, because I do want to talk about some of the moves they've made. So, yeah, we definitely got to get in it, bro. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Draft and now free agency. Like, man, there's just so much to unravel, man. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a cool year for the NBA. I'm pumped for it to kind of get back on their normal schedule. And speaking of which, I can't wait for this NBA 2K22 to drop, because it's gonna be fire, dude. Some of the trades have happened with the draft too. Man, that was a good draft. It was a fairly deep draft too. Like a lot of teams got some good players later in the rounds. Like I'm excited, man. For real. Like, it's be dope. I'm thinking about this the other day. Like, I'm kind of excited for the next 5 years from now. Like, I'm kind of ready for the future of the NBA. Like, with some of these veterans, once they've retired, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm ready for the post LeBron era. I'm kind of ready for just
yeah, I was waiting for it.
I'm ready for the new face of the NBA to emerge, and I honestly think it's probably going to be LaMelo. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think he's gonna be one of those faces for the future NBA. So yeah, baby magic, dude. I know you hate when I say that, but damn it, feels good come rolling off the tongue. Baby magic
is a stretch. Hey, I mean, I was wrong about him once. I'll likely be wrong at some point again in the future. I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it, but it's probably gonna happen.
The way he passes the ball, dude, it's a work of art, man. I'm telling you. He just makes these crazy passes. It's a beautiful thing. It's exciting to watch, man. Like, he really has made the Hornets entertaining to watch. Like, he really has.
That I will give you, and they'll be even more exciting to watch after their draft day moves. So yeah, well, I'll be sure to bring you on for Hornets. At some point, we'll talk Lonzo. If the Suns do anything big, you'll be back. But in the meantime, folks, make sure you're subscribed with any notifications on, so that way you'll know when Sean B's here next. All right? So I won't have to be reminding you all the time.
Yeah, bro.
All right, Sean, you got any farewell words for the people?
Just go Suns, man. That's all I got to say. Point guard. Point guard is a bird.
Man, did this dude just did this?